I don't think people understand just how shocking this new alliance is. North Korea and the Philippines together, and Xi Jinping is furious. This isn't just a headline, it's a political earthquake shaking Asian geopolitics. For decades, North Korea and China have been seen as inseparable allies, united by history and a shared distrust of the West. But what if that's no longer true? Why would North Korea, long protected by Beijing, suddenly pivot to back the Philippines, a nation in direct conflict with China? Tonight, we break down this shocking twist. North Korea's rumored support for the Philippines, the motivations behind it, and the global fallout. Is this the start of a new, unpredictable conflict in Asia? It started as a whisper, a rumor so wild that few believed it. In the corridors of power, diplomats exchanged uneasy glances. The world is used to speculation, but this was different. This rumor hinted at a global crisis. The rumor that North Korea had promised the Philippines military support, maybe even a nuclear umbrella. The idea sent shockwaves through embassies and intelligence agencies. Pyongyang, long seen as isolated, was suddenly cast as a protector. The thought of Kim Jong-un shielding a US ally from China upends decades of logic. Old alliances look fragile, and new possibilities emerge from the shadows. North Korea, usually focused on its own borders, now seemed willing to project power far beyond its traditional sphere. Tensions between Manila and Beijing are at a peak. The South China Sea is a flashpoint, and outside support could shift the balance of power. The rumor alone has thrown diplomats and analysts into chaos. Is it a genuine offer, a ploy, or disinformation? The uncertainty is destabilizing. True or not, North Korea wants the world's attention and is willing to break the rules to get it. The region is on edge, the world is watching, and the next move could reshape Asia's future. Why would North Korea do this? It's all about disruption. Kim Jong-un wants to remind both China and the US that he's not a pawn, he's a wild card. By inserting himself into the West Philippine Sea dispute, he pressures China to respect his autonomy and forces the US to deal with him on a new front. This move muddies alliances, creates confusion, and demands global attention. It's classic small state strategy. Play the giants against each other to gain leverage. Now, North Korea isn't just a Northeast Asian problem, it's a Southeast Asian one too. Kim's gambit is risky, but it ensures North Korea can't be ignored. Imagine Xi Jinping's shock, his supposed ally North Korea, rumored to be helping the Philippines, China's main regional adversary. For years, China has shielded North Korea, expecting loyalty in return. This move is a direct slap in the face. It exposes the limits of Beijing's control and shatters the illusion of unbreakable alliances. If North Korea can defy China, so can others. It's a crack in China's regional dominance. For Xi, it's not just a diplomatic crisis, it's a personal humiliation. He must now choose punish North Korea and risk chaos, or do nothing and look weak. The world is watching to see how China responds to this unprecedented challenge. North Korea's defiance isn't new. For decades, the country has built its identity around resistance against outside pressure, against international norms, and even against its closest allies. This rebellious streak is woven into the very fabric of the regime, shaping its every move on the world stage. Pyongyang has a long history of ignoring Beijing's wishes, especially when it comes to its nuclear and missile ambitions. Despite China being its main economic lifeline and political backer, North Korea has repeatedly pushed forward with weapons tests, often in direct defiance of Chinese warnings and international sanctions. These actions have frustrated Chinese leaders, who find themselves unable to rein in their unpredictable neighbor. Kim Jong-un's provocations are calculated reminders that North Korea answers to no one, not even China. Each missile launch, each military parade is a signal to the world that Pyongyang will chart its own course, regardless of the consequences or the opinions of its supposed allies. The execution of pro-China figures like Jang Song-taek sent a chilling message. Foreign influence stops at Kim's door. By purging those seen as too close to Beijing, Kim Jong-un made it clear that loyalty to the regime outweighs any external relationship, no matter how beneficial that relationship might seem. This rumored offer to the Philippines is just the latest evolution of North Korea's strategy. maximizing leverage by playing bigger powers against each other. By reaching out to new partners, Pyongyang keeps its adversaries guessing and ensures it remains a wildcard in regional politics. Inserting itself into the South China Sea dispute is bold, but it fits a pattern of strategic defiance. North Korea is adept at exploiting global tensions, inserting itself into conflicts where it can extract concessions or simply remind the world of its disruptive potential. North Korea thrives on unpredictability, always finding new ways to stay relevant. Its leaders understand that being unpredictable is a form of power, one that keeps adversaries off balance and ensures Pyongyang is never ignored for long. Just when the world thinks it understands Pyongyang, it changes the game, reminding everyone that, in the high-stakes arena of global politics, North Korea is a master at rewriting the rules. For the Philippines, North Korea's offer is tempting but dangerous. The idea of nuclear-backed protection against China is alluring, but the risks are enormous. Aligning with Kim Jong-un could destroy Manila's alliances with the US, Japan, and Australia, its real sources of security. Accepting North Korean support would make the Philippines a pawn in a much bigger, more dangerous game. Instead of deterring China, Manila could find itself isolated and vulnerable, caught between superpowers. The short-term thrill of rattling Beijing isn't worth the long-term cost. The Philippines' best path is to strengthen its democratic alliances, not gamble with a rogue regime. Asia is now the center of a new geopolitical contest, with alliances shifting rapidly and old rivalries resurfacing. Rumors of North Korea's secretive moves have only heightened tensions, making the stakes higher than ever. The United States is strengthening its presence, deepening military ties with the Philippines, Japan, South Korea, India, and Australia. Joint exercises and advanced weapons deployments are now routine, forming a coalition to counterbalance growing threats. Meanwhile, North Korea and Russia are forging a partnership that openly challenges Western influence, exchanging resources and military support in defiance of sanctions. China faces growing pressure as the US-led coalition tightens its grip. The South China Sea remains a flashpoint, and diplomatic tensions are high. As military standoffs and urgent summits become more frequent, the risk of open conflict rises. The choices made now could shape Asia's future for generations. North Korea's rumored move could trigger a new Cold War in Asia. If Pyongyang formalizes support for the Philippines, it would force every nation to pick sides, no more middle ground. This wouldn't be a simple US versus China standoff, but a chaotic, multipolar struggle with rogue states and nuclear threats. The arms race would accelerate, and the South China Sea could become a militarized flashpoint. Decades of Asian stability could unravel overnight. The question isn't if a new Cold War is coming, but whether it's already begun. This could be the moment historians look back on as the start of a dangerous new era. The world is on edge. A single rumor has forced a total rethink of Asia's power dynamics. Kim Jong-un has made himself relevant again, complicating strategies for China, the US, and the Philippines. The stakes are enormous. One misstep could trigger a chain reaction across the region. Is this a real policy shift, clever disinformation, or a desperate bluff? No one knows for sure, but the damage is done. The seed of doubt is planted, and the world is watching. The game has changed, and the margin for error is shrinking. What do you think? Is this a masterstroke, a trap, or just noise? Let's debate, because in a world this dangerous, knowledge truly matters.